Okay, so the biggest change I have made is I scrapped my aurabot build instead. Um, the reason is I was stuck on how to build my build, and it was very time consuming. The fact that I had to keep searching and asking around and that kind of stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is not worth it. I'd rather have fun with a simple build. As much as I like, um, as much as I like being a support, uh, I would say
You getting by?
I want a bit more
Bring me back
simple
something nice.
because building an overboard was way too complicated for me, and I did not know where to place gems and that kind of stuff in their own which gear spot they need to be placed. I didn't know that,
Can't see how I'd
and
want to do that here.
I kept searching and searching. I somewhat placed all the gems that not all, but the majority of the gems that I needed to use, but that kind of put me in a spot where I was very vulnerable, and I couldn't understand why. And
My mana is gone.
this circle of annoying, time-consuming build, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. I'd rather build something more simple and easy to use. And which I did. I did kind of look around on builds. I was really contemplating on what of two builds that of what I wanted to play. The other one was Wall Berserker, Fire Cyclone build, and I wanted that. I had that in mind because I wanted to build an easy build, and I remember the first part of a berserker is so simple to build. Now the hardest part is building a survivability, um, find the correct gear, that kind of stuff. And I remember I was having so much trouble back then, finding a good gear that are able to allow me to survive. Map tier, I think it was 8, 4 to 8, in between those there. I was struggling with my build back then.
You've given me
No,
so
well,
much.
technically the
What can I
build
do for
was
you,
fine.
Wraeclast?
It was the gearing. I had shitty gears, and if I wanted to get a good gear, I needed to farm. But for me to farm, I needed to kill the enemies, and when I cannot kill enemies, I cannot farm. So it was a vicious cycle of I would say poorly made Fire Cyclone Warrior Berserker. That was one of the things that I wanted to build, because I thought last season and previous season I was having a blast with good gear, and thought maybe I'm gonna be lucky this season as well, and which I did actually very much indeed.
My mana is gone.
Now I did get lucky enough to get one item
Huntress,
that
you
was
must be
worth,
attentive because you answer to no
I think it was
and that's why no one will miss you.
3 or 4 divine. And no, it was worth 2 divine. And I bought a bunch of items that I needed to use on my aurabot. And a lot of the gear that I got are very low price, so, and they were actually good. To my surprise, I was like, oh, if they are so low in price, that means those are the standard prices. But now, after deciding I'm gonna change my character and build, I needed to sell. I needed currency. So I sold every item I had, almost every. Half of it, I think, of my gear. Yeah. The only thing I'm missing to sell are these 3 here. This one I can put down. This one is way too overpriced, I know, but I'm kind of thinking the same thought that I normally do is, if I wanted to get rid of it, I need to sell it high price, because I wanted to use it later.
See you.
I walked halfway. Tread carefully.
Anyway, I got lucky buying the gear that I needed for... Oh, there we go. That's the one I need.
General Gravicius demand. There is nothing else.
Oh,
I'll miss a bit tiring. Good luck to you.
now what? I got lucky with the gear that I bought, because the gear I bought were very good, but at the time I think I only bought them from low price, such as 1 chaos to 5 chaos. One of the gear,
Need some
especially
help?
the chest piece, I think I bought it for I can't even remember what I bought it for.
Be careful.
But I had a huge profit from that chest piece though. I remember I bought it somewhat around 60 chaos to 80 chaos, I think. I know for a fact that it wasn't the higher than one divine. So after assessing what people are selling the
See
item,
you.
I'm like, okay, I need to sell it so I can get money, currencies for this new character that I'm gonna build. And the price of that item gear has increased exponentially. I'm like, oh, that's very lucky. That's actually good for me. So I sold it for 3 divine. And I think I sold another one item. I think 2 or 1 divine. And because of that, I was able to play around with items that I want. Or I not play around. I can get. So I think I bought. No. I found this. I bought Tabula. It's very cheap. 10 chaos. I bought the taming prismatic rings, 2 of them, and I've been leveling it slowly. And as you just saw, I just put them on. I found this one. It's not perfect, but it is okay. I think. I'm gonna switch it over to something else. And I had this gold room from previous build leveling, so that was pretty decent enough for me um to use it, because it had, even though it doesn't really give me that much stats, it does give me elemental resistances 35% to all, and 10 rarity item found. That's basically pretty good deal to level with, but I am gonna be replacing it with something else later. Um, what? So what I'm thinking of, I need to get a item. I believe it's called Chaos. Wait, let me check trade. Chaos. Spirit Titan Gauntlet, I think it was. Yes. Later on. Right now, no. It is way too high level. It is level 69. Yeah, 69. Right now I'm level 30, so it's not something I'm worried about right now. But it's just something I have to work towards too. Though what I'm gonna be probably need to focus is replacement for my main weapon. That's probably the best I can think of. It's a claw. I need to find. No, I don't really know what type of stats I need to go. I'm just gonna try find a usable one. Let's see what I'm level 30. Weapon filter. No. Requirement level minimum. 25 to 30. So we lower the amount of items that are on sale instead of. Okay, this weapon. No. 20 minimum level. Okay, I'm gonna go with this current weapon that I'm using at the moment. I do need, I think, one of the items to be fully socketed, so I can have automatic sniper swap. I think it is.
My mana is gone.
Excuse me. Damn, it's expensive. What the hell? I might have to wait using it. Gyre ability. Because at the moment it is very expensive to use. Now, comparing to aurabot that I tried to build, not comparing, more like the reason why I decided to change from aurabot to gyre is aurabot build. I have no idea how to build it, and a lot of the builds that required for me to use is using an add-on which I do not want to use because it is lacking my virus protection, detecting it as a vicious program. And I grew up in the in the 90s, early 90s, and everything that you download from the internet is filled with virus and infested with malware and that kind of stuff. So it was basically a normal thing. But as time passes, you get tired of it. And I haven't had any malware or such in quite a long time now. Since I started to follow a virus detection, what do you call it, recommendations, because I'm just tired of and sick of tired of repairing my computer and reinstalling it because it is
My mana is gone.
it is virus infested to the brim to a point it will break your PC. So you had to reinstall and everything else that follows along with it. I'm just sick and tired of doing that, so I stopped downloading that are not recommended to download from the virus protection. So ever since then, I didn't have any problems whatsoever. But the virus protection is flagging the add-on of Path of Exile for builds. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, and I just know that it is calculator for a if you want to build a Path of Exile build beforehand. It is very handy. A lot of people are using it because you are able to share those builds around so easily. Unfortunately, my virus program have been detecting it, and I'm like, yeah, people that are sharing only their add-on profiles on YouTube. Their guides, I cannot follow them. I have to find a video that are actually showing a proper, what do you call it, visual of the build instead of, oh, you need to follow this this add-on. I'm like, but it doesn't show me everything. I am unable to see everything from the build. Like there are, I think it's called Pop or something. Pop, 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 whatever. Links where you can. Oh my god! I just saw my stream. Why is it so laggy? Oh, snap. Ah, interesting. Actually, I might have to restart my PC because something is making it lag heavily. God dang it. Be right back.